social media. We want to spend the first 15 minutes talking about the pros, and then we want to spend the last 15 minutes bashing social media. But also, if you're a pimp, let me teach you a lesson right quick on Facebook. It's some people are dumb. You know, they try to be a pimp, and when the girls start asking, let's go on a relationship on Facebook, they get scared, so they don't know what to do. Let me tell you what you do. First of all, Facebook has several settings. One thing you can do is you can choose who sees certain parts of your status. Like when I was dating a girl, I didn't want anyone else to know. Guess what I did? I said it as we're in a relationship, but only her could see it. You know?
Oh, that is wrong.
And no one else. Look, it's here, like, I can't see it.
Why would you do that, man?
Because, you know, some of the people push you and push you and push you. Because me, I take my time. If I'm not ready, I'm not ready. But then, at the same time,
you're not ready,
no, you have to understand where the girl is coming from. No, but you have to understand where the girl is coming from, you know. She wants to gain your trust, and that's the only way she can do it. So I'll give her what she gets what she wants, and I get what I want. Only her knows it's on Facebook. Everyone else doesn't see it. When they look at my stuff, they don't see it. When they look at her stuff, it says she's in a relationship, but nobody's there. So, and she was happy, and I was happy. Praise ye the Lord.
That is just wrong.
I guess for most of us here, we can relate. But social media is also like our communication way. I mean, I believe most of us got family back home, you know, and it's easier. I mean, Facebook is free, you know, so it's easier for us to communicate with relatives back home. I got a lot of cousins, my family, and most of them got Facebook now. So it's, I mean, I can get on there and chat with my cousins.
In the village.
In the village, you know. Yeah, my cousins got iPhone 4s now, man. It's crazy. You know, but everybody got Facebook, so it's a good way to communicate.
This guy, man, look at this elephant behind me. Look at this.
Yeah.
You can shoot it on another one. But anyway.
Yeah.
One of the last thing I have on the positive is political power. And if anyone thinks that Obama's election in 2008 has nothing to do with social media, then you're wrong. You know, I remember 2008 how that Yes We Can was just all over the place, Facebook, Twitter, pictures going back and forth, just trying to get people to vote, YouTube, things like that. You know, it was social media. So Obama can actually thank social media for his election. But on the flip side, social media is also hurting him, even Romney. For example, yesterday, this was like 10 years ago when Romney said, what, Biden is full of women. Nobody, we would have heard it once and that's it. But today, guess what? It's been trending on Twitter for like 3 days straight now. I mean, it's on the top. People making jokes, even Hugh Hefner, talking about I got Biden's full of women too, you know. So I mean, and then someone else said something about I got Biden's full of Mexicans or African Americans or something.
So dependent on it, it's like you can't, like, I mean, as much as we send emails out or you know write a letter or even see somebody like say something, we don't do this on one-on-one communication anymore because you can just go and, you know, tweet something to someone or message them. So we don't really, you know.
It's the truth. Like, I've even noticed, like, opposed to, like, having, even, like, when you're upset with someone, instead of being like, hey, let's meet and talk about this. You text them, you message them through email or Facebook.
Or you just flash them out.
Yeah,
or
on
put
Twitter.
some
Some people do that, and it's kind of like even when you have your differences with someone, it makes a world of difference doing it through social media, texting, emailing, Twitter, Facebook, versus having a face-to-face conversation with that person. Just because so many things can get misconstrued and so many emotions, like you might say something and not intend for it to hurt someone's feelings. But if someone thinks you're upset with them and you say something, they could totally take what you say and, you know, interpret it to be something totally different than what you intend on being. So, I mean, that is a negative to social media. And
But that's more emotionally driven. That's not like the social media is making you do that.
No, it's not, but I'm just saying people are using social media as a tool now. Like, it's interfering kind of like more with everyday life. And even like in your relationships, I mean, because that could totally have a strain on your relationship. If you don't know how to sit down and have a conversation with someone and you want to connect with everyone through social media, it has its, you know, there's huge negative consequences that can come along with that in your everyday. But I'm just saying people are using social media as a tool now. Like, it's interfering kind of like more with everyday life. And even like in your relationships, I mean, because that could totally have a strain on your relationship if you don't know how to sit down and have a conversation with someone, and you want to connect with everyone through social media. It has its, there's huge negative consequences that can come along with that in your everyday personal life.
I remember back in the days when you're mad at someone, you wait till you make that face-to-face conversation. By then, you already thought about it, you calm down, and then you're good to go. But now, you're just mad. You just type and send. The whole world sees what the hell is going on. Like, if you go on Facebook right now, it's all these bitches walking in the club doing this and all that, Like, all this bitch that, oh, he stole my man. I can't believe he slept with him. I got the picture right here. So easy to share pictures. Before, you have to mail the picture 3 to 5 days. It might even get lost in the mail. It doesn't get there. But now, oh no. Put it on Facebook, you can deny. Back in the days, I used to deny stuff, I know I got a week to deny it and figure out a solution because, the picture is still on the mail. But today, the picture goes out today. So you can't really deny it. But that's what I had to say.
I agree. Like Dexter, or if you watch Breaking Bad, or The Walking Dead, those are kind of like 3 big shows that are out right now that a lot of people are crazy about. And every time I get on Facebook and, I haven't seen the episode, as soon as some people might have, and, I read somebody's status and it's like, oh my gosh, like this episode was so crazy, and they might, reveal a little bit of what happened during the show. It's kind of like, come on, I haven't even watched it yet. So I agree with you, like, I've experienced that before.
But I think that social media is also killing our relationships. It made it so weird, Like, what's a friendship now? Friend is defined on Facebook as different than in real life. We're friends with people on Facebook who never talk at all. I know a lot of people who are friends on Facebook. Like, I have about 3,000 friends on Facebook. I will see you in the street. I know we're friends on Facebook, but I'm not saying anything to you. I'm walking past you. Because I have no idea who the hell you are. I just read your status updates every once in a while, and that's it. I'm like, ooh, that's a crazy chick that posted that ugly tasting food. So, or they thinking like, girl, you ugly. but anyway, that's kind of weird,
On relationships, I also think it can ruin them because you have people who become angry, and instead of talking to the person, like, their relationship where they end up posting stuff. So the whole world ends up knowing, oh, this person is mad, but, you know what I mean? Like, your significant other does not even know that, you guys are maybe beefing or fighting or whatever, and then it ends up being everybody's business. Before, it's like, if you fight, it's like between you two. Now, everybody will know. I'll go on Facebook and I'll be like, oh, they broke up. They did that. Like, and maybe the other party doesn't know either. So, in a way, it's made people, like, not have the one-on-one conversations like we're saying. And
back off of what she said, I agree. And that it just takes a lot of, I feel like, social media should kind of come with a warning label. Like, you really do need to be mature enough to handle the privileges and the instantaneous access you have to the world, and you really have to be careful with the information that you put on Facebook. And a lot of people are just really ignorant about some of the things, some of the pictures that they'll put up, some of their statuses. Oh, I'm smoking this, and that. Like, no one, you don't need to tell everyone what you're snorting, what you're smoking. Like, and it's just like, I feel like people need to kind of, there needs to be lessons. There need to be classes implemented to teach people the proper etiquette. And I feel like that's what we're missing. Social media has become such a readily available thing, and it's so new to our culture, the instantaneous access that we have worldwide to everything, that people just don't know how to use it. They don't understand there is decorum like there's anything else with social media. Exactly.
But at the same time, it's all about freedom of speech. They can do whatever they want. They can put whatever they want. If I want to post a picture of my ass, that's a website for that. I mean, it's not Facebook or Twitter, but it definitely exists.
I feel like it's legit sometimes, though, just because some people do try to hide their relationship status. It's kind of like, well, if you were in a relationship with me last week, and now we're not in a relationship on Facebook anymore, that kind of sends red flags that something's going on. Who are you talking to? It's kind of Facebook, because you can really get caught up. You can get yourself caught up in a multitude of ways just by what you post, what you type.
It's not even that. I was at the barbershop yesterday, and people was talking. I guess police, they're using Facebook now and social media sites to get people. It was talking about, I think it was some news in Connecticut or something. This dude went out and shot a bunch of people, and then he came back and put it on Facebook. Like,
What?
well, okay. So he lives there. Okay, let's get it. Like, why people gotta be so stupid, you know? So I guess it works both ways, man. So people are so stupid these days. You know,
I mean,
so
I understand what you're saying. It go both ways. I know people who've been busted, you know, smoking weed just because they post up, oh, we'll be rolling blunts at this
Or having
this
a
house,
party.
you know,
Underage
stuff
drinking
like that,
happening here.
underage drinking, or something.
Underage drink.
Yeah, and so, you know, cops will bust them. Like, if you're putting it up there and you have an address and everything, why not? So
Open
that's what I'm saying.
invitation.
You know, you have to be much.
Another thing I want to talk about is Twitter. It's kind of funny how, not just Twitter, it's kind of funny that I hate the whole following. I'm following you. So weird, because someone can say I'm following you, and you think they're talking about Twitter. And actually following you in real life. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez.
Or they're stalking you, open your door, they're right there. What you doing? Following you. You know? They might want to change it to something else. Like, I really hate that.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
I ran out of notes.
I think social media is what you make it. You can make it a positive. You can use it for good. You know, so it depends. I know you guys were talking about Facebook. You know, at the end of the day, those friends, you think you're friends, you're the one accepting them. You know, when you hit that accept friends or whatever. I guess, you know, so a lot of us have, I mean, including myself, you know, fake friends. You know, people you meet on the streets, your friends on Facebook, but you wouldn't even say a word. Like, you know, hey, how you doing? Type of thing. So I guess it is what you make it. For me, like Twitter, I use it for news. You know, follow up. That's how I get my news. For example, you know, because like news comes faster on Twitter than it actually does in real life. So I get a lot of stuff on Twitter. So it is what you make it. It could be positive, like I said. It could also be negative. But at the end of the day, it is in your control.
I agree with Martin. It's a choice. You can use social media in a positive way, or you can use it in a negative way. It's just up to you. So yeah, it's life. Life has its positives and its negatives. So just make that choice.
Follow me on Twitter though.
Oh yeah, speaking of Twitter, if you want your life to be spiced up, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Churific, and Martin too.
Martel Mondia.
So, what about kids on social media though?
It's not really, you know, I think they have an age limit, whatever, but you can forge, you know, say whatever birthday that you were born, so everybody's on there, man.
I mean, yeah, going back to you gotta be mature to, you gotta have some sense of maturity to use social media, and I don't think kids should be able to use certain social networks.
Wait, so what you're saying is that the country is going to be moving towards having a lot of policies then done with social media? Is that what you're saying?
For the
we got
kids.
kids as young as 5, 6 years old. They have Facebook, Twitter.
I know.
Watching
7
porn
years old,
with
posting
their
on
mom's
Facebook
credit
saying
cards.
that I'm in a relationship and stuff like that. I just broke up with my boyfriend. So,
What about parents on Twitter, man? And
Oh
on
yeah,
Facebook?
god damn.
I mean, they should stick to
Man,
their
your mom
own,
acting as a
age
friend.
group.
God damn.
Your mom.
Smoke signals, man.
And no, seriously, there's this girl, her mom is on Twitter, or Facebook, she had me on Facebook. And she's dressed like a skank on all her pictures, looking like, hey, no, not hey, you're like 60.
No.
God damn, you're almost ready to go to the grave looking like that? Come on.
Nah.
You gotta get that vintage.
But then if you have nothing to hide, I don't see why, you know, you can't have your parents on there. Although, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're posting some immature stuff, then you might, you know, not want your
No,
parents
not the post. I
on
don't
there.
mind about the post. It's just, you know, just think about it, for example.
Yeah,
like,
but I
some things-
understand with African parents,
African
like, you're in
parents
a
are a bit
relationship,
different,
your
yeah.
priority's supposed to be
So-
school and all that, but...
And when you try to explain, like when dating someone, try to explain that, it's like they don't like. They're like, oh my God, I want to meet your parents. Like if you don't let them meet the parents, it's like a disrespect. But it's really not. Trust me, if you meet my parents, relationship ends that day. So you pick one. What you want, relationship or meet parents?
And also be careful out there, man. Again, like I said, if you're trying to look for a job, companies go
Oh,
on there,
yeah.
also look at your stuff. So be careful what you put on there, because they could come back and haunt you. as well in
College
the future.
recruits
So,
do that
Yeah.
too. If you have red cups and all that, everybody knows that.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
be careful. Like I said, it's just being mature and what you're posting on Facebook because it does come back,
Yeah.
you know.
Don't be like me. 33% of the companies will look at the big ones. They do look at your profile.
do look at your
But only 15% are looking for something not to hire you. Most of them look to see what kind of person you are, if you fit within their culture,